I'm going to also be putting this on YouTube. So yeah, if you're on here, say hello, unless, you know, it's Elena where my Facebook comments don't ever want to work. Hello, Dorothy. I hope you're a good girl. All right, so you want to recruit and promote quickly, and this is where I might get some people. Number one, you have to be consistent. Like if anybody knows me, y'all know consistency is key. If you are inconsistent, your customers will be inconsistent, your team will be inconsistent, and you have to make sacrifices along the way. And that's just one of those things that if you want this to actually provide a substantial life for you, you have to be able to do all these things. And I'll get to how we can make sure that can happen in a more simpler way. So that's number one, consistency. Number two, get ready to get out of your comfort zone. Because if you feel like you are going to grow and be comfortable at the same time, that's not how it works. Growth spurts hurt. Like, y'all got children, okay? Y'all know growth spurts hurt. Hello, Linda. Hello, Elena. I see that you're on, Elena. I don't know if it'll let me see your comments. It's not letting me see anybody's comments, so I'm going to have to keep checking over here. So again, number one, consistency, because inconsistency doesn't work. Because inconsistency will allow your customers and your team to be inconsistent. Number two, get ready to get out of your comfort zone. I need y'all to write down your biggest fears. Also, if you don't have notes for this training, I definitely recommend trying to get notes or take notes from this training. Of course, it's going to be saved and you can go back and watch it, but there's a lot that's about to come to you. All right, so we need a formula in order to do this, and y'all know I'm not great at math, but here we are. This is Chloe's formula. And before you freak out, of course, we're building to this stuff, right? We've been talking about parties really like nonstop. Y'all are like, girl, how many parties do y'all like? You do so many parties, and this is how I have my high PRV, right? So the formula is 2,500 or 2,500 PRV a month, okay? I know some of y'all are going to be like, we'll get you there. It's okay, but we have to party like there's no party left. Like at one point I stopped giving people an option, to be real. The only option I gave them was the dates of their party. You need to try to strive for 2 recruits a month. And y'all are probably going to be like, Shay, how do I do that? And I got y'all. 2 clubbers a month. Because like I said last night on our Monday night check-in, I've been doing 2 clubbers a month for a while now. My club ranges from anywhere between 500 and 900 because y'all know it's monthly, every 2 months and every 3 months. You need to do this for 6 months. And also, as you're becoming a leader by getting these recruits, you need to lead. You need to do action plan calls. You need to be on top of that. And I'll teach you all those ways to do it, but we got to get you there. So when you start recruiting, you make sure y'all do a launch party for your teamies. I think launch parties are like essential. Like, it shows them how to party. You're literally using that party doc and showing them how to party, and you got to explain that to them. You need to explain to them that they should shout out anytime they get an order. You should, this is pretty much setting up the catalyst of this is parties, right? Make sure you're talking to them about the 5 steps in 70 days. Like, you should be their best buddy, okay? Their first 70 days are scary. Even after their first 70 days, it can be scary. Because we're here to uplift. We're not here to just recruit and be like, okay, we got the number, bye. No, we're here to make sure they're squared away. So how do we recruit? That's a big one right there. First, we got to stop making excuses. I know that's hard. It has to be a lifestyle, 100%. So here's ways to start making Scentsy a lifestyle, which will help recruiting become a lifestyle. So you have to start making Scentsy a priority if you are not. You literally should schedule 15 to 30 minutes a day with Scentsy and try to set up your week to where you have a daily focus. Of course, I'm going to spend more time on Scentsy because, for one, like, I'm a director. And for 2, like, this is now my job. You know what I mean? Like, this is full time. So, but with a daily focus, and when I say daily focus, like, okay, so I'm spending 15, 30 minutes a day. My first focus point is going to always be posting my VIP page. I also recommend like posting on your stories to create that influx. But on Mondays are follow-ups, Tuesdays are team days. So those are the people that you're going to reach out to, and you don't have to do a whole bunch of follow-ups. You can just follow up to a couple people. But I'm telling you, when you start doing this, it's going to change your life. So Mondays could be follow-ups, Tuesdays could be team days, Wednesdays could be host days, Thursdays could be club, and Friday can be join. I just recently changed it up. I don't have it memorized on how I'm doing it, if I'm not mistaken. How my days operate now is Mondays are team days, Tuesdays are host and party days, Wednesdays are follow-up days, Thursdays are club days, and Fridays will always be join days. And these are the conversations I'm having on join days. Like, the conversations like, hey girl, how you doing? How's life been? Like, I'm looking at my dream team list. And yeah, if you haven't created a dream team list, that's a huge thing. Like, sit down, create a dream team list. Also sit down and create a host list. Sit down and look at the people who are ordering most frequently from your business and create a club list. Also on that club list, you should have your current clubbers on there. So you're making sure they know the rewards and perks of referring and getting more clubbers for you. And then, you know, the team list, whenever you start growing a team, who are the people that you're trying to work with and help build. And there's gonna be some people who just don't want to work. Okay? It is what it is. It's okay. It'll be okay. I promise y'all, it's not going to be life or death. And then follow-up days, just check in with your customers. Check in to see if they got their order. Check in to see how they're liking the order. Check in if they got their happy mail. So on and so forth. And a dream team list, y'all, and like a club list and a host list doesn't need to be fancy. You can literally get a piece of notebook paper and write dream team list on it. And then same thing with host list and same thing with club list. You also need a party like there's no other. Like I'm telling y'all, we've been really hitting on the 3 legs of success, but more specifically the party portion, which is your PRV. Because if you don't have your PRV, you don't have anything other than that. And we have to get out of our comfort zone when we're asking. Like, hey, what date works best for you to party? Not even, hey, can you party? Like, hey, girl, business needs to grow. I need to know which date works best for you to party. Stuff like that. Because partying is not that difficult, right? We try to make it as simple for our hostess, but we also got to make sure we're hostess coaching. Doing events. Y'all, I spent like an hour last night emailing a whole bunch of people for events, and everybody's told me they already have a Scentsy person, and it's okay, because guess what? I'm going to keep trying to find more events. And then we also got, you got to put yourself out there, which I know y'all are really great at. Like, I love the confidence. Like, I've specifically seen with Linda and Elena on here, who y'all are so quick to hand out stuff, to be like, hey, I sell Scentsy, here's something, you know, good, and da-da-da-da-da that you can try. And another thing that we talked about a lot last night was working smarter, not harder. Like, I used to literally have no time in the day. That's why, I love the 15 to 30 minute focus when you're busy. And that's because I taught, and then I would come home and do school, like masters, and then I would only have like a little bit of section of the day to do Scentsy, and I was able to grow my business by working at 15 to 30 minutes a day. And then IPAs. So if you do not know what an IPA is, an income producing activity, and I also shared a list of these. I didn't create this, somebody else did. So you pick like 5 a day to work with your business in a different way, and you don't have to do all 5. You all work within your means, okay? You can share Scentsy Club, ask someone to book a party, ask someone to join, share the host join kit, talk to 5 people about the scent of the month. Y'all, Gimme Candy was like my best scent of the month ever, because I was like, y'all, it smells just like candy corn. I still talk about Gimme Candy. Check in with someone who's shown interest in joining, share a picture of your favorite warmer, share a Scentsy tip, change your story and picture on your PWS. That's a really good one. do a booking blitz, which we are doing Thursday. Record your store or make a reel showing off a product. I'm not big into reels. And that's just because they're super time consuming, and that's who I am as a person. Like, I got to cut the fluff and I got to focus on the meat and potatoes. Record your story and share it on personal Facebook, which I think is really important. Try a new product today. Post an interactive post on your personal Facebook. Hand out samples. Work on Happy Meal. The list really goes on and on, right? So look at this list, check it off. Like, maybe make it a monthly thing where you go through these and you check it off. Like, another thing is like scheduling your VIP group text. Doing follow-up text messages, make samples and handing them out, post on your stories, like how you're using the products. Talk about Scentsy Club, offer shopping links, and watch training videos on YouTube and implement a plan. Don't be busy, be productive. That's huge. Another thing is ask for referrals. This is going to help you get recruits, I promise you. Going live. Linda, I love you. Share in your stories is really a huge thing. I feel like I've created like a whole community in my stories. And again, you have to make it a priority. Like, whenever you get a Scentsy payday, you need to share how that's blessing your life, because you don't know, by you going to get your nails done, like with your Scentsy stuff, if you have time, or going to get some like extra food, they can change somebody's world. Sometimes people just want to go out once a month. Like, I feel like some of us fail to realize like how much people work and still can't have time for themselves, you know? And that's one of the things like I got into this business for, is like, I want time for myself. Like, I want to be able to travel. I want to see my friends and family. I want to see my nieces grow up. My cats are getting into something per usual. And nobody like realizes how much $20 can even change their life a month, right? How much $100 can change somebody's life a month. So keep that in mind and make sure you are sharing, sharing how it blesses your life. But don't just share at payday. Like, share continuously, you know? Share how like the community blesses your life, like how you've been able to do certain things because of this business that you weren't able to do before. So, once you start making recruiting a lifestyle and it starts becoming a lifestyle, when you first start recruiting, I'm not going to lie, usually goes really slow. Usually. There are some people that are rock stars, and that's more power to you. I love y'all. Share some tips with me. But that being said, once you start recruiting, you're going to start building a team. And here is where a lot of people mess up, including myself, when you're building a team. For one, you need to know how to get paid at title. Like, what are the numbers you need to reach each month to get paid at title, and what are the requirements to get paid at title? We have a really awesome album on our group page, not the chat, the page, that is just dedicated to how to get paid at title, right? It has like a little monthly chart in there that you can mark off like daily, like if you're staying on track with your GWV. And then just like the perks of getting paid at title, what bonuses you get for being paid at title, and what you need for the next level, right? Then you gotta lead. You gotta show people what you're doing. You see the stuff that I do, you gotta kind of start implementing that, which will definitely help and come with time. Like, I mean, when I first did this, I only did like monthly calls and just personally reached out to my teammates and tried to work on plans together. So, one thing I will say, and this is one thing that got me caught up, is not everybody you recruit will work. You can literally recruit somebody and they do zero. Okay? Point blank period. They don't even try. And you're like, okay, it is what it is. It's okay. If I'm not mistaken, 1 out of 10 people will actually like work their business. Not like a hobbyist, not a part-time, like they will pick up this business and run. And I know that's a huge number, but don't get intimidated by it, because again, once you start making recruiting a lifestyle, and how you train will definitely help. Start building leaders right away. Use the first 70 days to help, because, you know, in Sensational Start Level 1, 2, and 3, you can get to each level easier by starting to recruit and by getting them active. So use that as a way to start getting them to lead, because that's huge. People get kind of scared if it takes them a little bit longer to promote in this business and they want to give up. And we got to show them ways that they can promote. So this is something that Chloe and Justin, and I've kind of tweaked it a little bit to see how it worked. I know they already had one, and I just kind of went through and tweaked it. So when you're lead, in order to get paid at title, or if you're striving for a lead to get paid at title, you would want about 1 to 3 people underneath you. And as soon as you're getting those people underneath you, you want to start building them up to lead. Okay? That is huge. Huge. Like, start building them, like, while you're a lead, to hit lead numbers so you can get some people underneath them, right? Then once you promote to star, you want about 3 to 6 people underneath you to consistently get paid at title before you grow. You want about 1 to 2 leads. I mean, you can push for even more, and you need to start building stars. So as you're seeing, like, while you're at that title, you want to start building those people to that title. For superstar, you want about 6 to 10 people under you comfortably to get paid at title. About 3 to 4 leads, a star, and you want to start building a superstar consultant as well. Now, director, and this is why I'm telling y'all this now, because if you don't have these foundations of other people underneath you who are already at leadership title, it's going to be very difficult to continuously be paid at title. I'm just going to tell you point blank period, right? Director, you want 10 plus. I mean, honestly, a lot of people say even more than that, but I've seen people work with 10 plus because you're going to constantly be growing, right? You're training your other teamies to also grow by making them leaders. You want at least about 6 plus lead consultants. You want about at least 3 star consultants. And you want about 2 to 3 superstar consultants. And you want to start building those directors. By already establishing a leadership program, even when you're like a baby in the business, so to speak, it's really going to help you consistently get paid at title. It's going to help you promote quickly because you're already helping those people grow. And then if you aim for 1 to 2 promotions a month, including certified, I didn't include certified in these numbers because it's always a goal to get somebody to certified in that 5% pay raise. But your goal is to aim for, aim for about 1 to 2 promotions a month. Honestly, people say when you promote to star, to start creating a group page or chat. But I would say lead. Because honestly, to get paid comfortably at lead, you want about 3 people under you, maybe 2. And that way you're establishing a line of communication and you're building that community. And then that daily tracker as well, going back to that album, and just make sure you're monitoring it just so you know you're staying on task. I love recording my numbers daily. And when I record my numbers, I'm not just recording my PRV, I'm recording my GWV. I'm recording how many people are active. I'm seeing trends in what part of the month and where we're at. And this will definitely help you when you're going back later, pulling reports and stuff like that, which that one's a whole nother beast within itself. But yeah, so that's pretty much how you promote quickly. And really going back to that formula, really going back to being consistent, really going back to getting ready to get out of your comfort zone is huge. And being bold.